Hello students, good day and welcome back to my channel. In this lesson, we are going to be seeing some practice problems in organic chemistry. Like the question I have on the board says, complete the following chemical reactions. So I have about 3 of them here, the first, the second, and the third. So these 3 chemical reactions, we are asked in this question to complete it. If you watch the first one says when RH reacts with B minus, we are going to have what plus BH. Second, when CH4, which is methane, reacts with NH2 minus, what are we going to have? We are going to have NH3 plus what? Then finally, when this Me3SiR reacts with what will it react with to give us R minus plus this this Me3XiNu. So let's quickly do that without wasting most of our time. Let's start with the first one. This RH here simply means alkane. Alright, so when alkane reacts with B minus, so B minus simply means nucleophile. So it means that whenever an alkane reacts with a nucleophile, what are the things that it's going to give us? So let's quickly start off solutions. So in the first case, we have RH now plus B minus. So this B minus here, this B simply stands for any nucleophile. It means that this is a negatively charged species. And for this negatively charged species to react with a neutral compound, this neutral compound must break in such a way that positive ions will be formed and negative ions will be formed. So it therefore means that this R and H bond will be broken heterolytically. And when that happens, we're going to have R minus plus H plus. So what it simply means is that this bond breaks heterolytically such that this hydrogen loses electron and this R gains electron. For instance, this R simply means alkyl group. If I take this RH to be methane, which is CH4, I'm going to have this. Now, on having this, it means that I took R to be alkyl, and whenever an alkyl group can be CH3 or any other alkyl group, you can have methyl, you can have ethyl, you can have propyl, you can have butyl, and so on and so forth. So I say, let me take this R to be methyl group. So if I take this to be methyl group plus H, it will be methane. So I say, let this RH be methane, such that the structure of methane is this. And if one of the carbon hydrogen bond of methane is broken heterolytically, it means that this bond now meaning 2 electrons, the 2 electrons present in here will all be shifted towards carbon, and this hydrogen will be deficient in electron, and hence I'm going to have R minus, which in this case CH3 minus plus H plus. So meaning that this bond, or maybe meaning that the electrons of hydrogen are being lost towards carbon, and hence carbon is excess in electron and hydrogen now is deficient in electron. So it therefore means that if this should break into 2, I'm going to have R minus and H plus. Then now these 2 species, remember these 2 species actually broke off from this. Now these 2 species, both of them may now want to react with this B minus, which is a negatively charged species. But this R minus will not attach to this because both of them are of similar charges. Remember, like charges repel. But here, where this H plus will actually react with this because both of them are of opposite charge. And when this H plus reacts with B minus, we're going to have HB. And hence we have HB here as one of the products. So the question now is, what will be here? Remember, therefore, these 2 things reacted with this to now give us this, BH plus that which will be remaining plus R minus. So it therefore means that R minus will be here. Okay, let's quickly run through the second one. So for the first one, we are going to have R minus here as our answer. We're going to have R minus as our answer. So for the second one now is a clear case of CH4, which is methane. If methane reacts with NH2 minus, this NH2 minus is also a nucleophile. It is a negatively charged species. Now, this negatively charged species reacting with this. Now this is CH4. This CH4 is a neutral species, and for it to react with this at all, it must arrange itself in such a way that there will be a negative species and there will be a positive species, such that the positive species from here will come and attack this negative species. Please follow me. So if I arrange it, I'm going to have this. So I have this. So this is actually hydrogen. So if this bond should break, remember this is carbon to hydrogen bond. So all of this hydrogen here, all attached to this carbon, are equivalent. So it therefore means that for me to generate a positive species from here, either any of these bonds can break, since all of these hydrogen are equivalent to each other. So for simplicity, let this one break. So if this carbon to hydrogen bond breaks electrolytically, this hydrogen will be positively charged and this carbon will be negatively charged. Hence, I will have CH3 minus. Now, remember I said that for these two things to react, that this negative species will have nothing to do. It will just wait patiently for a positive species to come out from here. So the positive species that actually came out from CH4 is nothing but H plus. Very important. And as this H plus has come out from here, this H plus will now come and attack this NH2 minus. So if that happens, you have NH3 neutral, because the positive that came out from here, that positive one that came out from here has actually balanced the negative charge. Hence, I now have a neutral compound. So what exactly will be here? What will be remaining here is nothing but CH3 minus. So I will have here, what I will have here is actually CH3 minus. CH3 minus. Remember the first one I have R minus, which is here. Then the second one I have CH3 minus. Okay, quickly, finally to the last one. In the last case, what I have is Me3SiR plus what to give us this and this. So it therefore means that in this third one, we have the two products, but the reactants are incomplete. So it means that what will react, so very important again, this is a neutral compound. And for me to have a negative charge here, it means that there's a negative charge, or maybe there's a negatively charged species that reacted with a positive species to form this neutral species. And therefore, for the negative species inside this compound to be pulled out, a more negative species will be introduced to kick it off. So it therefore means that whatever thing that will be able to kick off that negative species present in here must be more negative on its own. So that will be nothing but Nu minus. Alright, so I have Me3SiR plus Nu minus. So this Nu minus simply stands for nucleophile. Very important, nucleophile. So if this reacts with this nucleophile being more electronegative than the nucleophile present in here, this nucleophile will kick off the nucleophile present in here already to attach itself. And if that happens, we are going to have Me3Si Nu plus R minus. So therefore, the nucleophile present in here is actually this R part of the molecule. So this R will be kicked off by this Nu. So it therefore means that which will react with this is actually Nu. Very important. So dear students, if you find this channel interesting, please do subscribe and comment, and also share this video. And remember, while subscribing, turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you and remain blessed.